how to buy on AliExpress from Namibia. First and most important, go to the top right where the flag appears. Here, specifically look for Namibia. For language, leave it in English, and for currency, we can change it, but I'll leave it in US dollars. Once set, click Save. And now the official AliExpress version for Namibia has loaded. I'll show you step by step how to buy and what to keep in mind. As you can see, there are lots of products here, many deals, and actually at the top we find even more. In fact, here we see a product offer, and we also find product categories here. But what we're gonna do is pick a sample product, and I'll show you what you need to look at. Let's pick a random product. Let's choose this product on the right. Here it appears for us, and we're gonna take a detailed look at everything we need to keep in mind. First of all, on the left side, we should look at the photos to see if they really match the product description, which is this one right here. Always remember to pay very close attention to the product title because sometimes you can easily get confused. For example, they might be showing you this particular iPhone here, but it turns out they're not actually selling the iPhone. They're actually selling this battery pack. That's why it's important to tell the difference, since sometimes people feel scammed because they see one product in the images and receive another. But that's often because they don't fully read this crucial part, the product title. Also, please remember that when we search for products on AliExpress, the price you initially see is typically the lowest available price. What I mean is that when you enter the listing, you'll notice that, for example, if I change something here, like the specific color of the product or its detailed specifications, you'll see that some options will cost more than others. For example, this one here costs 15.22 and this one here is 16.18. That's why before knowing how much it costs, you need to specifically choose which variation or size of the product you want, so you can clearly know what the final total price is going to be. Then, once you've thoroughly read and carefully checked all of this important information, go down to the specific section where the customer reviews prominently appear. And here, the absolutely important thing is that it has at least 4.5 stars and ideally a good substantial number of reviews as well. For example, in this case, it only has 15. I recommend a minimum of 30 or even 50 to be sure. So you can be certain that real people are actually buying these products. Now, let's click where it says See More. And here we'll filter using this image icon so we can read. And above all, to truly see real, authentic images of the actual product, since the illustrative photos that prominently appear at the very top of the AliExpress page are, let's say, heavily edited photos that look incredibly nice and appealing, whereas the genuine photos here in the customer reviews are real and edited photos from actual customers who have genuinely bought this specific product. So here we can see more for comparison, for example, how it looks in someone's hand or what the exact size is on a table. And well, here we can see in detail what it's really like once you've chosen the product you want. Now we are gonna move over to the right side to make the actual purchase. At this particular point, you really need to be absolutely sure about the individual who is selling it to you. What you can do is click on it and you'll go to the store or see the products that this person offers. What you can actually do is carefully check here in this particular section how many positive or negative reviews they have accumulated overall. This is important because this specific person doesn't just sell this one product, but several other distinct products as well. And quite obviously, it's much better if they have a generally positive review rating. Then this information will clearly appear depending on your current location. You just simply need to click on it. And here, what you'll do is specifically choose the country, then select depending on where you are located. And that's it. This applies here. Remember that depending on where you are located, here on the left side where the price is, it may include some taxes also depending on your location. Then here it appears at the bottom. The shipping price in this case, it's completely free, but it doesn't include a tracking number. That is, we won't be able to track the product to know where in the world it is or if it has already arrived in our city. Or even if it has already arrived at our home, which is precisely why I strongly recommend that you always buy products that have a reliable tracking option. You just look for this, enter, and here when you select free shipping, it should show you if tracking is included. Then here it will specifically show the date on which the product will arrive at your home or at the place you have chosen to receive the product. After this, if you want, you can also change the quantity. You can choose as many products as you want. You can increase it here, and depending on what you want, you can order it. I'm going to leave it at 1 and click where it says buy now. When I click buy now, this appears here. Here my shipping address appears. It's censored because it's my personal address, and I can click here where it says change to adjust the address to. the place where I am. Then for payment methods, depending on where you are located, it will show up here. Add a credit or debit card or some other payment methods. This already depends on your location, as I was saying, and as you can see, here an option for promo codes appears in the description. I'll leave one for you if I can get access to it. And then here, in the summary, you'll clearly see the product's total price and the associated shipping cost. This particular amount probably changed and significantly increased because I initially chose just a pretty cheap product. That's precisely why I highly recommend that what you should do is go directly to any available product here and add several items. And once you add several products, the shipping cost will probably go down significantly, and that way it won't be so expensive. So what you can do is talk to friends or family who also want to order from AliExpress, so you can place a single combined order together. That way, the shipping cost will decrease significantly or stay the same, but obviously, since there are many more products, it's much more worthwhile to make the purchase. And once you've made the purchase here, you click where it says place, order, and when you get your tracking number, you're going to come to this page called exactly as it appears above, 17 track. And what you're going to do is enter your order tracking numbers here and track them to see where your package is, where it is, whether it has already arrived in your country, if it has reached your home, and keep a close eye to make sure your order actually arrives. Likewise, if the order doesn't arrive at your home or the place you chose, you can file a claim with AliExpress. They will obviously refund your money, but for that, you have to pay close attention to the delivery date. Remember that it said the latest it would arrive was in May 5. So since it's May, what you should do is wait until that date. And when that date arrives, if your product from this seller still hasn't arrived, what you do is file a claim to get your money back.